welcome back, everyone. You know, a Steven Spielberg movie is topping the box office. We're here to discuss Disclosure Day. Our Bart and Jen from Mills. Welcome, Bart and Jen.
Good morning.
All right, so another sci-fi action movie, I'm guessing?
Yeah, but not just another. I mean, this is Steven Spielberg back in his blockbuster mode. We haven't had Steven Spielberg pretty much invented the summer blockbuster with Jaws and has been doing it pretty well ever since. He is returning to alien form as, with E.T. and Close Encounters.
Spielberg's not becoming an alien, but
no.
directing an
alien
movie.
At a certain age, we all start to look like the gray eyes. But nevertheless, this is the story about Josh O'Connell plays a doctor or a PhD who is a computer science expert who works for this sort of underground organization that has been, by all standards, just kind of keeping an eye on the alien situation for many, many years, obviously since the 1940s in Roswell, we find out. Emily Blunt plays a television weather person who, it turns out, the two of them are connected in a fairly unique way. And I'll be honest with you, I can't give away a whole lot more than the fact that it involves aliens, government chases, and a lot of the stuff that Spielberg movies kind of famously give us in a summer blockbuster.
All right, so this movie is rated PG-13. It's 2 hours and 25 minutes, kind of long. But
you don't feel it. I mean, it's a Spielberg movie. The guy knows how to pace. He knows, the guy that wrote the book also wrote the screenplay, so it's very, very well written, and it goes very fast. It's not like you're sitting there looking at your watch.
Yeah, so let's go to my favorite website, which is Rotten Tomatoes. All right, so Rotten Tomatoes, the critic rating on this one was 81%. The audience approval rating went down a little bit to 72%, so critics liked it better.
Well, I think, this is another one of those cases of sometimes especially with Rotten Tomatoes and some of these, sort of democratization of criticism, we end up with people who just hate. They're just haters. They don't like certain things. I think, people want a very simple story from Spielberg. They want Jurassic Park. They want dinosaurs. They want aliens that, are E.T. This isn't that. This is late-stage Spielberg asking a lot of questions. And so you got to be along for that ride. So I think some of his regular fans might be disappointed. And I think some people just don't like him because they decided they don't like Spielberg anymore. He's too popular. So I can see that being a problem. Critics, too, I think there are some issues with this movie. I think that there's fair criticism about some of the pacing on it. And it does leave people, I feel like, because it leaves open-ended, some people are always going to be disappointed because they really want to know what happens the next day.
Yeah, I have to admit, I do like dinosaurs and E.T. But just since it's kind of open-ended, do you think there's going to be a part 2?
No, he wouldn't.
No.
Now I say that it's made $1 gazillion, and he certainly wasn't above a money grab when it came to the Jurassic Park movies. But this feels complete. I don't think they're going to do another one.
All right, so let's go to the big reveal here. Are we going to give this movie a thumbs up, thumbs down, or somewhere in the middle?
I absolutely love this movie. It's very hard not to love a Spielberg movie. I mean, the guy, he's got a future ahead of him. Let's admit it. It is a quieter movie. There isn't a lot of action. It really makes you question whether or not we are the only life forms out there. And I, for one, believe that we're not. So I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is, it's worthy. It's worth your time. It is certainly big screen worthy, as almost all Spielberg movies are. But this one especially, it really does hold up to as big a screen as you can find with as good a sound system as you can find. But definitely go see it in the theater.
All right.
And of course, we have John Williams doing the score, and the score is fantastic. Yeah,
of course, with John Williams.
Incredible, yes.
All right, so we have 2 big thumbs up. We're going to have to rush out and see Disclosure Day. Well, Bart and Jen, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Well, don't go away. We have more when we return.